Hello guys, we're ready to make pickles. So Grandpa's my cameraman. Here we go. First of all, here's the brine. So if you're going to only do 1 or 2 quarts, then you need to get 1 pint of apple cider vinegar, and it has to be distilled. And then we have 2 pints of water and 1/3 cup of plain salt. You don't use iodized, you have to use plain. If you're going to do more than 2 quarts, then you need 1/4 of apple cider vinegar distilled and 2/3 cups of plain salt, not iodized. So what we're going to do, I'll just go through this first. We put a button of garlic in the bottom of the bottle and a large or 2 small stems of dill, and then also put that at the bottom of the bottle. Then you add as many cucumbers as you can to fill the bottle. If you have to cram them down in there. And then on top of that, you put 1/4 teaspoon of pickle crisp. And this right here is hard to get. About the only place you can do it is if you order it online through Ace Hardware. But it lasts a really, really long time. You only use 1/4 teaspoon. So you put 1/4 teaspoon of that and 1/8 teaspoon of alum on top of the pickles. So then you get all of them in your bottles, and then we're going to do the brine. So we're going to come over here and show you the cucumbers. I think we've got all this. So you have your bottles washed. When you wash your cucumbers, you need to scrape that little end off, and then rub all the bumps off of the cucumbers and break that little stem right there off. And then put them in one side into cold water. So we get them all done. You take that little stem off, make sure the bottom's scraped off. Here's another one. You take the stem off, the bottom, scrape it, get all the little bumpies off. And the last one here, same thing. Scrape it off, get the bumps off, take the stem off, and there you have it. Okay, so we got that. So now what we're going to do is start the brine so it can get cooking. So we're going to come over here. I'm going to get the vinegar and the salt. We're going to add 1 pint of vinegar, because I think we only have enough for 2 quarts. You fill this up. So there's your pint of vinegar. And then we have to have 2 pints of water. There's 1. And 2. Then we have to add our salt. So we'll get our 1/3 cup of salt. And remember, it's plain salt. It won't work if you use iodized. Put that in, and then we start this boiling. And when you do that, you also want to put your lids and your rings into a pan and fill it with water. And get it boiling. Okay, so now we're gonna cut this garlic over here. So we're gonna add a button of garlic. So we just want to make sure we peel it and get the skin off of it. That one's got a little bad thing, so we'll just cut that out. And the garlic smells really good, but it And it tastes yummy, but it sure gives Grandma a bellyache. Okay, so here we go. We're gonna put the one button in the bottom of that jar, one in this one. Then we're gonna add our dill. So we're gonna use about this much dill, and I always start at the top and just fold it all up so it'll fit in the jar. This is getting harder and harder to find. Sometimes you can buy it, but it's hard to find. So then you got that in there. Then we got this big one. We're gonna fold it up. Put that in here. Okay, so now we're just gonna add all these cucumbers. We're gonna get all these little ones in here. I hope we have enough to do 2 quarts. We might not. You do have to use pickling cucumbers. You can't use any kind of cucumbers. They have to be pickling. Okay, I guess we're only going to get this quart. I think what we can do, sometimes this is what I have to do, is when you don't have quite enough, then you have to slice some and make them for like hamburgers. So we'll do that with this. So then you just slice them up and put them in.
You can use bigger cucumbers for that.
Yeah, this one is bigger. Yes, you can. It's if you're going to do them whole, the smaller the cucumbers, the better. But like this size here is probably as big, as small, or as big as you want to get. That one there, if you want to show them that.
Most of them are just little, huh?
But you can use these bigger ones to do like for hamburger pickles. And then you just need to squish them down in there so that it fills up the jar. Okay, now we've got that done. We're going to, let's see, get rid of the vinegar and salt. We're going to add the pickle crisp and the alum. Okay, so we got the pickle crisp. It's 1/4 teaspoon. We kind of make it a nice big gob of it like that. Just pour it on top. Another big one. Pour that on top. Then we get our alum. And the alum is just 1/8 of a teaspoon right on top. There we go. So now all we have to do is wait for this to boil. So maybe we'll pause for a minute. I thought it'd get boiling by now. But anyway, let's go back over and look at this. So this is telling you that you need to bring your brine to a full rolling boil. And you boil the lids also, so they're in a good boil. You pour the brine on top of the jar, to fill the jar till it's clear full. And I fill it so it's only just a teeny bit down from the lid. And then you place the lid, first of all you wipe the top of your bottle off. I'll show you that when we do it. And then you put the lid on and tighten the ring on it. And then you only seal one bottle at a time. If you have a bunch to do, You still just seal one at a time, or else they won't seal. So I think we'll pause now until it starts to boil. Okay, we're back. Everything's boiling. If you come over here, you can see that this brine is boiling. Our lids are boiling. So we're gonna take one jar. We got a nice clean rag. I'm gonna get it wet. And wring it out. We'll just set it right here. So now we're gonna put this little thing on here, and we're gonna spoon this in over the pickles till it fills up the jar. Well, of course it spills all over the stove. Now this is where I was telling you, we're going to fill it clear up. Then add just a little bit more. Okay, I don't know if you can tell where that's at. You can see the dill seeds in there. I might add just a teeny tiny bit more. Okay, so it's just about to the top, about maybe 1/8 of an inch down. I'm going to wipe all the dill stuff off, all the salt, get it all wiped off. Then we're going to get a lid out of here. Whoops, there's still a thing on there. Another one. I'm going to put this on real careful. Get a ring. And then we're going to tighten that baby down. Get this rag here, and we're gonna get it as tight as we can. Ooh, get it. And that's all you have to do. Then you just set it over here and let it seal. You don't touch it till you hear it seal. So let's do the next bottle. I think with this one, well, we'll still dip it. I think I can pour the rest. You want it to go clear up to the top almost. I think it needs a little more. So once again, we're going to take this and wipe off this edge. We're going to get our lid out. I'm going to set her on top real easy. Put our ring on. And tighten it down. Oh, okay, I think that's it. I hope that you guys decide to make pickles. If not, at least you know how. So I'm going to turn this around and maybe not. I guess we don't know how to turn it around. We were lucky we got a video. Anyway, thanks for watching. Bye.
Goodbye.
Okay, we forgot the most important thing. Once you have the pickles bottled, you have to let them set for at least 12 weeks. So usually around Thanksgiving time is when you can actually eat the pickles. So once again, thanks for watching. I love all you guys. Bye-bye.